was getting a bunch of headaches, and my doctor said it's not good to sit for like 8 hours a day, which is what I do because I work from home. So I got a standing desk and cameras pointing down, so you get less of that like 40-year-old man Facebook group angle, you know, like that. Yeah, so today, gotta put my fingers in the right place. Today I'm not playing any games. I'm just gonna be making like a Node.js backend API, a real simple one. It's been a minute since I've made like a JavaScript API. I do a lot of Salesforce stuff. So yeah, I do have a cheat sheet over here. So if you see me looking over there, yes, I am looking at code that I have already written. But the way I like to do it, let me make this bigger. There we go. The way I like to do it is I like to do a little bit of learning, and then I try to teach. And I know nobody's actually going to watch this video to learn how to do stuff with Node.js, but you know, it doesn't matter, because for me it's just about reiterating it and trying to like explain things, and as I explain things I'll learn the concepts. Let's see. I'm trying to bring up the live video, so if anyone ends up watching this and you have like a question, or like a helpful tip, I can answer it. So yeah, no one's here at the moment, which is to be expected. That is fine. Okay, well, let's get started. So I'm gonna make, let's see, I guess we can just call it like a blog app, right? Mcdir blog app. We're gonna cd into blog app. Cool. Now we need to initialize. I think we need to get a package dot JSON is what we need. So we'll do that with npm init, and I think we'll do -y. Hopefully, I think, yeah, -y. That one does not ask you a bunch of questions. It just kind of fills in a lot of stuff automatically. Okay. So for this project, let me look at the package.json. I gotta remember how he did this. So let's see. For our regular dependencies, we're gonna use so npm I. Excuse me, I'm recovering from COVID. I finally got it. 3 years, and my partner and I have been working from home, but she unfortunately got laid off because they're moving to a different location, and it's like 3 hours away. And they were like, "Come on, you can come, but you gotta show up to the office." You know, and that's a 3-hour commute each way. That's not a reasonable thing to ask of someone. So anyway, she got laid off, and she's super bummed out job on a boat, which is how we met. We were both working on the boat that she's gotten a job on. She's not happy about going back, but anyway, she started working on the boat, and within a week or 2 weeks, we both had COVID. So it finally got us. That's a long story to say that I may cough or sniffle from time to time. I did not mean to sniffle into the microphone there. Okay, NPMI focus. Express. Gonna use Express and was it Prisma? The way they did is at Prisma. Primsa. Oh my gosh, I cannot type. Prisma / client. So Express does a lot of the routing, like HTTP stuff. A lot of the API stuff is done by Express, and Prisma client is gonna be how we interact with the database. We're gonna use Prisma for the database. So I'll do that. And the rest of them, actually, we're gonna do as like dev dependencies. Although I don't know why Prisma is listed in the dev dependencies. But so I think it's npm I. We're gonna do at types express. This is for Node, not Node, TypeScript. Types express, types Node. At types Node. I'm gonna use node mon, so we have like a continuous development server. We don't have to like stop it and start it. Prisma is the database. We're gonna use TS Node and TypeScript. There we go. And then, oh, I think it's like -- save - dev. We'll see if I'm right about that. We'll pop open, we'll do code dot. Let's see if yep, dev dependencies. Cool. Neat. Okay, and I know for nodemon, let's see, it was in scripts, and actually we need a comma in this JSON object here, and let's see, dev, and it's nodemon. We're gonna put it in a folder called src index.js. The script will make it so that we can type in like npm run dev and it'll run the server. So let's see, we're gonna need, just looking at the folder structure here. Okay, so Victor src, we're gonna pop into src, and let's see, we're gonna make a routes folder for our routes, and we're gonna make a file called index.ts. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super familiar believe the Prisma is going to do the .env thing. Let me open my notes. I've been using Obsidian to take notes. I just started doing it, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to share it with anybody. I don't have any snazzy Obsidian tips. I'm just getting started myself. So, okay. There's a couple of things that we're going to need to do. So, this is going to be real super stupid simple. We're going to have a user and a post, basically. That's all. Just super simple. I think I'll also be doing some sort of authentication, but I haven't gotten to that part of the tutorial yet, so yeah. Let's see. What am I looking for? Projects. Okay, here we go. Okay, so to set up Prisma, there's a couple of commands. The first one, just to set it up, is npx Prisma init. Prisma on it. Dash dash data source. Dash provider. And then you type in the name of the database you want to go with. I believe Prisma will work with all of the databases. So MongoDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, like all of those it'll work with. And in the tutorial the guy was saying like this makes it real easy to switch out the database. You don't have to do anything with the code really. So yeah. We're gonna go with MySQL for now. Which you typically, I think, wouldn't run a production database with MySQL. You'd probably use Postgres or something like that. Let's see if I did this right. Cool. So, with that, we now have a Prisma folder and a schema.prisma. Let's see, so in this schema.prisma file here, you can create your models. And we will do that, but not just yet. We're gonna step back from Prisma here. And actually, let's see, in the getignore, I'm gonna go to getignore.io. There we go. Getignore.io. And I'm gonna generate a getignore. So I'm just gonna type in node here. Create. And we'll copy this. And we'll drop that in. There we go. There's a bunch of stuff in here that, probably don't need, but that's just how I do it, I guess. But basically, we want to make it so if we do get stuff, we don't have the .env file, and we don't have the node modules, which is this node rebel history, npm, node modules. There we go. So now, if we set it up for get, we could do like get add dot. Oh wait. Oh no. minute since I've done like a new. I'm not actually going to create a repo for this file specifically. Initialize get repository. Okay, so we'll do get add dot. Okay, get commit -m, and we'll do the good old init commit. This is kind of our bare bones like file structure and everything. And let's see, 5 files changed. Okay, so what about get status? All right, and get push order master. There we go. Origin does not appear to be. Oh, maybe this works different. Get push master. Oh, okay. I guess I would actually have to set it up. I'm not going to set it up. So, we're not going to fake commits and whatnot. I don't want to actually create a repo. Or do I? No, I'm not going to do it. Alright. We'll just leave it on get, but we're not going to use it. Okay, so let's see. What's the first thing we want to do? So we want to set up a little router. There we go. We're going to do that in our index.ts file. So we're going to import express. Don't need to do it like that, I don't think. I'll be honest, I don't know why people would do it that way. I see that sometimes, like when you import React, they import it as an object, I guess, but I don't know, I don't understand what the benefit of that is. So I should look into that. But I don't normally, I don't work in JavaScript or TypeScript, so these are not things that I normally have to do at work. What is a string literal? Oh, right. I like to use single quotes for imports and whatnot. Yeah, so then we'll set it up. Const app equals express. Oh, that's right, because I capitalized it here. There we go. So that'll give us our app, and we can use stuff like app.get, and then you give it the route. So just for like a test, just like the home route, I guess. And then you get the request and the response. So rec res. Oh, and they're actually like this. So they're kind of like parameters. And you got your arrow function. Yeah, so the request. So yeah, it takes a string path and then a function. So we're going to give it an arrow function. super duper basic. Oh no, we gotta do one more thing. Gotta do the app.listen. So app.listen. And then you got, your typical 3000 and another arrow function here. Which I kind of hate arrow functions. I don't know if anybody else is with me on that one. Console.log. This will just be like a message that displays when just to let you know that the server is working. So we've got server ready at port 3000. There we go. Okay, so this is the super duper stupid simple server with one route, a GET request, right? So let's bring this up. Actually, I wonder if I can. Shoot. There we go. Bring it up in the terminal here. And it's npm run dev. And so this npm run dev here, if we look at our package.json file, scripts dev, right? If we had tests, actually let me just try that. Oh, wrong button there. I could say like npm run tests, and yeah, I don't think that worked. Yeah, missing script tests. Oh, I included an S, so run test. Error no test specified, which is what it says here. So yeah, if you type in npm and then you've got your scripts here. So we could say like npm go gadget. There we go. And then we do npm run. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this differently. npm forest run. There we go. So now we can do npm run forest run. And there you go, our server is working. Look at this message here, server ready at port 3000. Cool beans. So that's the little fun with the scripts there. npm run forest run. I'm unable to drink caffeine. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel very weird. Like beyond, just anxiety and stuff. I feel like it messes with my ability to concentrate and see things. Not sure what's going on there. Might have developed an allergy, or my liver just can't handle caffeine anymore. I don't know. I used to drink a bunch of this stuff called Lit, which had like 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. Caffeine androgynous or something like that. But I can't drink even decaf coffee now. It just makes I get like weird body sensations and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, random. Y'all don't care. No one cares. Not even my doctor. Alright. Where are we at? Okay, server ready at port 3000. fix it back up. There we go. Because we have nodemon open, we can go to our index.ts file here, and we can say, hello world, how you doing? And you can see down here that it's restarting due to changes, which is pretty cool. So if you don't have nodemon, you have to shut your server down and start it back up. And now if we go back and refresh, hello world, how you doing? So that is our backend web server in its simplest form. And if we, let's see, app.get, let's do slash boogerbrain, and we'll set it up like we had before. Got our request. Oh, it's an arrow function, right? So we've got our arrow here. We got our egg, and we're gonna crack it open, and we're passing in the request and the response. There we go. And we'll do res.send. And we can just say like, this is a totally different page. There we go. And our server is restarting as we go along. So now we have two routes. So if we do localhost 3000 slash boogerbrain, we get a totally different page, which is what we wanted. Yeah, so that's super duper simple. Totally not what you would do in real life. Express like API, and so these are our routes, right? So if we comment these out, right? This is your server kind of setup, right? You set up the const app equals express, call express. You got your app.listen, so the server is working, right? But if we refresh here, it says can't get boogerbrain, right? And I think if we just type in random stuff, can't get booger, it'll tell us we can't get it because we haven't set up any of those paths yet. But now if we uncomment this out, and we go back to boogerbrain, Booger Brian, we get our totally different page again. Okay, so let's see here. There's a couple of things I can see that in my head I'm not sure I understand. But let's do this. We're gonna start with the user. I'm just reviewing some of this stuff. I want to get like the super duper simple version. Let's see. Okay. Router.get. So we could start. Let's just we'll get rid of boogerbrain here. And I think we can do like app.post. Now this may not work. I just want to check it out. And this works the same way. You pass in a string a space in between this. There we go. Kind of like it like that. There we go. I don't have any coding standards set up in place yet, but there's visually things I like to see done. Actually, not post. Yeah, we'll need an app.post, but gosh, just checking something out. So I think let me try this. So res.send. Am I supposed to do? Let's see here. Okay. Res.send. Can I do this? Let's see. Res.json. Can say like, I think it has to be double quotes, right? Because we're sending JSON. Say res.json message. Boom. Okay, I just want to see expected comma. Don't know that I did that right. Oh, right, because it's not. Gotta send an object. Oh, see, now I'm getting the hang of it, because I feel like this used to confuse the hell out of me. Like, why are they always including curly braces? But I think I get it now. Let's see if this will now send us a JSON response. Yep. Cool beans. There we go. That works. Hello world. How you doing? Okay, so that's sending out a JSON response now instead of, I guess, like a web page. I spelled message wrong. I see that now. But it doesn't matter. So, let's actually move to the models. Because I think we need that. Because what we want to do next is like post something, right? We want to, but I feel like that's difficult. Let me see if I can just do it. Okay. So it looks like we set up like const. We got an object here. And say like email, name, username, because these are gonna be our user user setup stuff, right? Username, and that'll be the rec.body equals, and we don't use the parentheses. I'm not, well, okay, I was gonna say I'm not sure why we do that, but now I know up here we're passing in the request and the response from Express, or to this app.post. So Express, I'm just taking a guess here, probably automatically sends those in to this, and so it'll send the body or the request in, and there's a body attribute, I'm assuming. I guess I could take a look at that, but let's see if we can even get it to work the way I think it does. Just do like, oh, not confirmed. Console.log. server's still ready. And actually, let's see here. What do we do? Guess we could just. Maybe this is. Let's see. Res dot status. Let's do like 200 dot JSON, and we'll send it like that, and we'll say success or message in quotations. There we go. Spelled message right this time. Message successful. Okay. I'm not 100% sure this will work, but apparently the server's ready. I do have this Thunder client thing here, and these might have been, yeah. So we'll do this. User. Actually, I'm gonna start a new collection here. New collection. SMR video. SMR node video. There we go. Okay. So let's do a new request. And is this okay? Let's close this. This is Thunder client. It's kind of like having Postman in your IDE. So let's see, post or create user. There we go. And right now this is a get, but we'll change it to a post. You got your query, headers, auth, body. Right now we're just gonna mess with the body. And you gotta send a JSON object, so let's see here. Let me make it a little smaller. You can see we've got more room. Okay, so we're sending what? Name, email, username. So there we go. Name, email, username. Alright, what's the name gonna be? Say Bob. Name's always Bob, right? It's gotta be Bob. The email, bob at builder.com. And it's the username. Username is gonna be I can build it at builder.com. That sounds good. Let's send it and see what happens. URL cannot be empty. Oh, it is empty, isn't it? So let's do HTTP :// localhost :3000/user. Right, because we've got our index here, so /user post, it should console log our request body here, and then we should get this message success in here. No, we didn't. Didn't quite get it. So what did I do wrong? Terminal. Got a big old error here. Cannot destructure property of email as it is undefined. Okay. And I think I know why. Because all of this stuff is kind of let's just get rid of this then. Let's see what we get. Our server restarted. Undefined. Okay, message success. And yeah, request.body is undefined. That's, I don't know why. Is anyone watching? Can anyone tell me? Let's see. Anyone watching? Hey, someone else is watching. Hello. Do you know how to code? Or are you just watching for ASMR purposes? Can you tell me why the request.body has nothing in it? So I don't know. I'll have to save that for later. Let's see. It's in my reference file. We're using router instead. Let me check something here. Okay. Let's just try this. Hang on, let me look at something. Okay. I do see that I added this. Let's see here. App.use express.json. But I don't think that will help this issue where it doesn't do. Oh, I guess it will. Interesting. Okay. So now, before, let me comment that out and make sure that that's what. And we'll send it. See, just a second ago when we sent it, we got this JSON response back. So if we send it again, now we get undefined. So I guess that does help us destructure stuff. We send it, yeah, Bob, email, username, cool. So does that mean, let's see here, can I do this const result? Or no. What's that? Result. No, okay, they're kind of doing it like in Python where you can, I guess, declare multiple variables. But you do it in an object here. You got email, name, just use what's it called? Temperate literal in here. Let me try it. So we use the backtick. And then what is it? That and the money sign, right? Yeah. So let's see. Email. We'll just type all this out in here. This is obviously not the way you would really want to do it. Email, comma, name, username. My doggo's over there. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a big boy. He's an Irish wolfhound, so when he takes a breath in, you hear it usually. Username. Okay. I don't know if this will work. Alright. We'll go back to our post here. And status okay. I think that's what we, yeah, res.status 200. So what if we, I don't know what this is, so don't do it. I know 200 is okay, but I don't know what 201 is yet. We'll send it and we'll see if the status changes to 201, and if our message contains the information. So send, and there we go. Cool beans. Status is 201. We got our message, which contains the information. So that's cool. So you can use the temperate literal in this JSON. Cool beans. Okay. So because we're posting stuff, we got this to sort of work, but we actually need a database, right? So let's get the database set up, and actually what we'll do, so we've got some, we don't want to really clutter up our express page here, right? So we'll set up routes, and we'll have like a user route, user routes.ts, and post routes .ts, and we'll bring we'll leave the main one for now. Cut this. Yeah. So our user routes will go here. Will be post. And let's see. Let me try a couple. I'm gonna kind of actually, yeah. Here. Control V. Let me get rid of this. Yeah. I'm gonna do like, full CRUD, right? So the structure is kind of the same, except, so we've got post. We want a get user, which should return all of our users in the database, and we'll do app.post user, post. What is it? Update. Put. Yes. App.put. And this will get one user. Right? Oh, right. And we're getting errors because we haven't found app, but that's okay because we're going to swap that out in a second. We're not going to use app, we're going to use routes. And let's see, put and delete. There we go. So we've got get all of our users, create a user, edit a user, or update a user, and delete a user. And let me see, what is it? Yeah, so it's like /:ID. Actually, no, we don't need it there. So get user, post user, put user, and here we'll use :ID. So you'll pass in user and like ID 1 or 2 or 3 to get that specific user, so you're updating that specific user. And here as well, :ID. Cool beans. I know this is driving y'all mad. I'm sure it's driving me nuts. So what we're gonna do here, instead of using app, we're going to import router from Express. Oh. Sometimes it tries to be helpful, but it's not. Import router from, Express. There we go. And we're also going to start using our database, so we're gonna import Prisma client. There it is. Yeah, from Prisma client. And that one was actually helpful. Now we're gonna replace this app. Or actually, no, we have to, kind of like we did with app on the other page. We're gonna do it with router. So const router. I don't want it capitalized. There we go. Equals router. And so now we can swap out our app for router. Cool, and just we'll get rid of these. There's nothing in there for now, but it's fine. We'll put some stuff in there. Okay, so we've got like our CRUD routes here. We've got get all users, create a user. We're going to update a specific user and delete a specific user. I guess we could get a specific user as well. But I think this is good for now. Let's see. I can't see the chat. If anyone's chatting. No one's chatting. That's okay. Everybody's here to listen anyway, so. Okay, so we'll go to just set up our models. I like this. So I've been recently kind of exploring setting up APIs and stuff, and I tried to use Fast API, which is a Python package, and I could do like the basic router stuff, but I never could get it. I couldn't figure out the database stuff, and I have done like database stuff in JavaScript with like raw SQL, but I'm not sure that I like doing that. And after using this, if I'm able to use this, I would prefer to use this instead. But creating the models is very similar to creating models in like Django, for example. Setting up databases and stuff like that in Django is like, it's so stupid easy. It's awesome. I love it. I heart Django, but I don't often see jobs like asking for Django experience. Yeah. So let's set up our user model. This stuff, I guess, I'm not super sure what this be doing. We got our generator, Prisma client.js, data. This stuff was all created when I ran that initial Prisma file. But this data source DB, so I guess this is probably where you can like.
You okay, buddy?
He just rolled over and like fell off my bed.
You want to lay back down? Come here. Come here. Lay down. Yeah. There you go.
I've never seen him fall off the bed like that, but he sleeps like on his back, with his back legs like wide open, and his front like this. I almost fell over, so it makes sense that he almost fell over too. But yeah, I guess this is where you can swap out your database. There's probably, once you get further along in the database stuff, you probably have to, do other stuff in here as well. But I can see it's referencing the env file, which is right here. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to set up our user model. I think this is... I guess I need to understand a little bit more about this. So you know what I'm gonna do? Let's see. I'm gonna use ChatGPT. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna log in. Let's see here. Next. Done. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over here. Get rid of this. I was asking questions about Pardo. I had some Pardo questions. I think ChatGPT can be fairly helpful. Sometimes it can send you on like a wild goose chase. But here, we're gonna say, I'm going to share some code with you. It's from a Prisma schema file. Can you how they want you to pass it in. Let's say the code you've shared is using Prisma, which is a modern database access layer that provides a straightforward way to interact with your database. Yeah. Code defines a user model, which is an object that represents a table in your database. The fields in the model represent the columns of the table. Prisma models are defined in the Prisma schema file, and they are central to your database schema. Let's break down a syntax. Model user defines a model named user. The code within the curly braces defines the fields of the user model. Oh, I have like a reader. Let me pause that. It's I have to read a lot of like really dry documentation for work. Every developer does. But I got like a reader and it uses Gwyneth Paltrow's voice. I'm not a huge fan of her as a person, but it's the most human and like least robot-y sounding voice of like any readers that I've found so far. I guess I could build one out. I think there's some good like AI voice models. Just like use my voice as the training, and then basically get an audible version of the voice inside my head. That might be a fun project. I might have to do that. So ID int at ID default auto increment. Okay, so I think the syntax is just kind of how Prisma schema like wants you to pass stuff in. Let me see if look at Prisma's documentation. It's close enough. Okay. Prisma schema. Okay, yeah, so they did it basically the same, although I do like the spacing that they have here. So this syntax is not involved with TypeScript at all. Cool. I'm gonna try to set mine up the same way they have it with the spacing and everything. So let's see, index, schema. Let me pull up my cheat sheet over here. So we're setting up a model user. We're going to capitalize it. Oh, type in model as well. Model user. Boom. Little space here. Give me some space. Okay. Each model must have at least one unique criteria. Okay. So yeah, we'll do like ID, which is a number, an integer, and they want this at ID, and then the default, so it has like a value, no matter what, and you can auto increment. So it'll basically just if you create a user, the first user is user 1, the ID is 1, the second ID is 2. There's probably a way to like format the ID, but I'm not gonna go into that. You might, I think. Well, let me see if I can. Where? Let's see. Prisma generate, migrate, client. These are the Postgres. These are the databases that are supported. I haven't actually heard of CockroachDB, so Microsoft SQL Server. I've definitely heard of that one, but I want to see type attributes. Was it MongoDB? reference. Oh, and this question mark here means that it's, I believe, an optional field. Let's see. Oh, Prisma generate -s schema. So we don't have a migration yet, but we will. But we need our models first. What I wanted to see was this auto increment. Do they have just like reference? Schema reference. Provider URL. I just want to see search documentation, auto increment. Oh, I saw it for a second there. I just want to see if you can like pass in parameters, sequence virtual. Case 20 increment 4. I don't know. Default. I guess you could maybe do like it's fine. I will figure that out later. But what I was trying to see is if you could do like 000.1, because right now it'll just set up like 1 or 0001 versus 1, but we'll just have it set up now. Error validating. This line is not valid. Is it not valid? Doesn't make any sense. Let me see here. ID int at ID at default auto increment. Oh, the colon. You don't need the colon in here. That's interesting. It's separated by new lines, I guess. Kind of Pythonic. I like it. Email. It's gonna be a string. And we want that one to be unique. So no two users can have the same email. Do name. It's gonna be a string. That one doesn't have to be unique because two people can have the same name. But the username, that is going to be unique as well at unique. We can also do like a bio string, and actually we'll make the bio optional. No, it doesn't go there. It goes after the data type. And we could do like another, like some normal created at, and it'll be a date time. See, at default. We'll just do now. So that should give it like a timestamp, and we don't need the colon. And then we can do like updated at. Same thing. Date time at default now. Okay, so that's our user model. And then we'll go ahead and do the post. So model post. We'll say like social post. I don't want to use post because there are post methods. So it'd be like post post, which could be confusing if you read it. Social post, which is going to have obviously an ID, which is an integer, and we'll basically do it the same. There we go. I'm also going to swipe these two because those are pretty standard fields, right, to have on a post. I pasted it twice. Didn't mean to. Okay. Why are you saying? Oh. Default. Why? ID int. Oh, at ID. Okay, that worked out. I'm not sure why. I'll have to read the documentation a bit more on why you need to do the at ID part. At schema. Ignore. Just want to search. Gosh, there's a lot here. Model scalar types. These are connectors, Postgres, MySQL. Oh, okay, interesting. Native database type attribute. So db.text. I don't think those are relevant. db.string, db.objectID. I just want to see why we have to use at ID. Okay, remarks. Every record of a model must be uniquely identifiable. You must define at least one of the following attributes per model. Okay. So there's a one at unique and a double at unique. One at ID and double at ID. Why? What's okay? No, you can use the to map a model. Why? What's the difference between a double at and at? Huh. Well, let's ask our friend ChatGPT. See if it knows. Hey Chat, can you look up Prisma's documentation and tell me what the difference is? Let's see. Between at ID and at ID when defining a model. See what it says. I think there's like kids screaming. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. They'll go somewhere else eventually. I'm sorry if you can hear that, but I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna be the guy who yells at kids. Get off my lawn. I'm not that old yet. Not yet, anyway. Tea's getting cold. It's a chocolate tea. I think ChatGPT is having a hard time. Oh. Here we go. We'll let it finish. I'm a little weird when it comes to using ChatGPT because the answers are so personable, I guess. I don't like to interrupt it. Even though I feel like it probably just told me what the difference is up at the very top. I like that it adds these references. When ChatGPT has access to a browser, it's pretty awesome. In Prisma, singlet ID and doublet ID are used to define primary keys. Okay. The difference between the two lies in the fact that @ID is used to annotate a single field as the primary key, where double @ID is used to define a composite primary key that spans multiple fields. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, let's look at the examples. For example, if you have a user model where each user has a unique ID, you would use @ID like this. Okay. In this case, ID is the primary key for the user model. If, however, you have a reservation model where the reservation is uniquely identified by both a user and a date. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Then you would use a double ID like this. Okay, so you set it up like user int and date time, and then the key would, I guess, be the ID would be the user ID and the date. That's cool. That's a good example, because I could see why that would be unique. Because you could, you book 2 weeks, and then you book 2 weeks like a few months later, but you'll have like a unique ID combining both the user and the date. I'm not sure how common that is. I don't think I've ever done anything like that, but in addition to defining primary keys, you take a length argument, okay, and a sort argument. It's a little bit of extra information. The length argument is specific to MySQL and allows you to define indexes and constraints of column, string, and byte types, specifying a maximum length for the subpart of the value to be indexed in cases where the full value would exceed MySQL's limits for index sizes. Okay. The sort argument, available for all databases supported by Prisma, lets you specify the order that the entries of the index or constraint are stored in the database. This could impact whether the database is able to use an index for specific queries for @ID and @ID. The sort argument is only available on SQL Server. It's interesting. It told me the difference here, but it didn't give me like a reference to it. Indexes. Upgrading. Let's see. Type clustered argument. Okay. Well, so that prevents me from, that educates me on why we use this @ID. We're identifying a primary key, and we have to do at least one of dependencies per model. So let's see. We've got an ID for the post. We'll do like content. It's gonna be a string. It's optional. Oh, I don't need the equal sign. I was confused. I was like, why am I having issues? And actually, I'm going to space it out kind of the way they did, because I enjoy that visually. As you can see, the different types. And then we've got, yeah, that works. That's good to go. It's not necessary, but I think it looks nice. Move that out. Bring that here. There we go. It's 1:21. Sometime in the next hour or two, my partner may give me a call and say, "Hey, I need you to come pick me up. We're sharing a car right now." So that's that. Okay. I think that's... Oh, actually, we need to add something. So right now, our user and our social posts are just kind of islands. They're not related to anything, but we are using a relational database. So the user will have many social posts. So we'll add that here. Social posts. And that's going to be social post. It'll be actually an array of them. So validating field social posts in model user. Relation field on model user is missing an opposite relation field on the model social post. So what that means is we need to add the user ID on the social post. So we'll do that down here. We'll say user ID, which is going to be an int, obviously. There we go. And then user is an at relation. So spread it out like this. There we go. At relation. And I guess you can pass some stuff in here. So at relation, you're gonna say fields, user ID, and references ID. Okay, so I guess that sets that up. So it's just like trying to reiterate for myself. Let's see. Related. No, just say related. on the model, on the user, you include the social post, which is an array, because you'll have a lot of social posts. This makes sense to me. This part, I'm not super sure. This doesn't make as much sense to me. You include the user ID, the integer, and then you have the user at relation, and then I guess you're just bringing the user ID over. I don't know. I'm gonna use ChatGPT one more time to help me understand what's happening here. See, can you explain what is happening in this Prisma model? Happening in this Prisma model. Yeah. We'll send it in here. Let's see what it says. In the Prisma model line you provided, this line is setting up a relation between two models, presumably the current model where this line is defined on and the user model. This is done via the @relation attribute in Prisma. The @relation attribute takes two arguments, fields and references. Okay, so you would always pass in fields and references with the @relation part. Fields. This is an array that contains the fields of the current model that are used to store the relation. In your example, user ID, the field in the current model that holds the ID of the related user. This means that the user ID must be a field in the current model. Let me can you re-explain? Oh, it was not done. Can you explain this again? But in a way a 5-year-old could understand. ChatGPT's kind of interesting. When you ask it to explain something like you're 5, it immediately starts using like toys and candy analogies. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, yeah, here we go. Of course, let's imagine that you have a box full of different toys and each toy belongs to a specific child in a group of children. Now each toy in the box has a tag on it. This tag has a number that matches the number. Each child has it on their own special badge. So a toy with a tag that says 1 belongs to the child with the badge that says 1. Okay, that makes sense. The user ID is like the number on the toy, and the user with the ID is like the child with the badge. User ID is like the number on the toy bag, and the user with the ID is like the child. This line of code is telling us that we can find out who owns a toy by matching the number on the toy tag, user ID, with the number on a child's badge, ID. Oh, okay. That way we know which toy belongs to which child. Okay. Cool. User ID. ID. Got it. References ID. So fields here, we said user ID, so that's what is passed in. The fields is the field on the social post. And then the reference, we have ID, which up here we just have user dot ID, user ID. So, okay, I get it. That's how it creates like the link. So you need the field here, but this isn't really like a row or anything. This is just being like, okay, hey, that user ID on the social post is connected to the ID on the user. Cool beans. I like using ChatGPT to help break down stuff because my entire programming journey has been alone, which I do enjoy working from home, but I think it'd be nice to have programming friends that I could just sit around and chit chat with and ask questions. Because right now, if I have a question on something, I have to, schedule a meeting, right? You gotta look on someone's calendar. You gotta find 30 minutes of free time, which a lot of times people don't have. Especially the devs higher up that would better understand. But a lot of times I'll reach out to my peers. Because sometimes just talking things out, or maybe there's something they grasp about a concept that you're just not getting. But talking about it's pretty good. But still, you have to find the time. Whereas if I worked at, I really want to work at Expedia. That'd be awesome. They've got a cool office right on the water downtown. But yeah, if I worked at Expedia and I was in the office and there's someone right next to me that is on my team or whatever, or I'm just familiar with, I can I could be like, hey, why does it work this way? And then we can have a little 2 to 5 minute chit chat about why I'm doing things certain ways. And then I go about my business and they go about their business, and I'm not on to something else 4 hours later and then being oh yeah, I wonder, what are you actually passing in when you use the @relation decorator or attribute? So anyway, that's my rant. I do enjoy working from home because I don't have to drive anywhere. But it would be nice to I don't know, have other people in my space that know how to code, that I can ask questions and volley ideas. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, so we spent a lot of time. We almost know logic. There's no reason that this took as long as it did. But again, this is just basically for me to teach and deepen my knowledge of this project that I've actually already built out. Let's see here. There's still a whole 2 people watching. One of them is me. The other one is, I don't know. Are you my FBI guy? Is that who you are? You're my FBI guy, aren't you? Okay. Hello, other user. Alright, so we have this set up. We need to run something, a command here. Let's shut down our Node mon server real quick. So we gotta migrate, right? MPX, Prisma, migrate. Say dash dev. that should. No, I think maybe I did that wrong. Command any stage. That's because it should have generated a, or no, maybe it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it should have generated like a migrations folder. So what did I do wrong? Let's see here. Man, these kids are tripping, like screaming. Let's see, docs. Concepts. That's cool. Prisma migrate. Get started with Prisma migrate. Okay, so this is. Oh snap! I guess I could have just copied this, but I don't want to do that, right? Create a Prisma schema. Create the first migration. Prisma migrate dev dash name init. Okay. I'll do that. Prisma. Was it dash? Memory's so bad. Oh, okay, so Prisma migrate dev dash name init. Prisma migrate dev dash name init. Command not found. Prisma. What did I do wrong? Should just copy it. These kids they're like right outside my window. It looks the same. Command not found Prisma. Doesn't make any sense to me. Oh. Is it because here, let's see. npm I Prisma. I think I had it set up as a dev dependency. I don't know why. I'll ask ChatGPT about that later. So right now I just want to get like the database up and running. Oh, I know what it is. MPX. There we go. Can't reach database server at localhost 3306. I don't know how to do that. Do I? Am I supposed to like? Here. Do I do like npm run forest run? Okay. Server editor port 3000. MPX Prisma migrate dev dash name init. Still got the same problem. I didn't have this problem. For 4:30. Okay, like 3 hours before I need to pick her up. Let's see, want schema is find and models are built on run migrations. npx Prisma migrate dev dash dash name. Man. I'm just gonna see here. See. Actually, I want what I typed in as well. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I feel like I didn't run into this problem before. I'm getting this error message. When trying to do the first migration. My Prisma database. How can I resolve it? Here we go. Let's see what it says. That makes sense. The message is telling you that Prisma is unable to reach the database server at localhost on port 3306. It's typically the default configuration for the MySQL database. Check if your MySQL server is running. MySQL admin.ping. Okay. I don't feel like I had to do any of this before. Let's see. Okay. MySQL admin.ping. It's not a thing. Do I have this set up correctly? Give me 1 second here. Prisma client, express. Types express, types node, node mod, Prisma, TS node, TypeScript. All the dependencies are the same. Okay. Let's see. Database name, host, import. Okay. I will look at my env file over here. What is that? Let's see here. My database file looks a little different, I think. Yeah. Let's let me try something here. 3306. Okay. I've changed something in my .env file. Let's see if this works. Oh. Oh man. It's interesting because last time this just worked. Okay. Let me do this. We're gonna get rid of delete permanently. see. I'm just gonna get rid of this Prisma file. I'm gonna start over. I think I made the .env file, and maybe I'm not supposed to do that. Copy. Okay, I'm just gonna nuke the database. There's nothing in there. So at this point, that's fine, right? Okay. So we will init the database again. So npx prisma init dash dash data source dash provider, and we're gonna use MySQL. So my SQL. Boom. So we got a new Prisma schema here. It's got some stuff, but we want to do that. And so it recreated a .env file. Now let's see if we can migrate. Okay. I'm gonna look at Prisma's documentation. Just give me the whole. Okay. I forget you can't left click on the terminal. Or right click. Let's see. But like I'm straight up just following the documentation here. Okay, let's see here. Prisma. Prisma, please make sure. Prisma. Okay, here we go. M1 related. Just go away. Migration also does not run. Returns the same error above. This is for Docker. Can't reach Postgres database on port 5432. I think. Okay. Let's see. 3306. I'm gonna look in the env file again, because I don't think that's right. 3306. Let's see. 5432. Just want to see if this works. Whoops. There we go. Okay. 5432. Damn it. That was the wrong one anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see if this works now. Alright. Create the second migration. Prisma migrate dev. Mental model. Let's see, guides. Database migrations. Create a schema. Okay, so maybe I don't need migrate. I migration troubleshooting. Okay. Build migration. Diff. Okay. None of this seems to be applicable to me because I don't see PG bouncer. Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a step. But okay, we'll try to get started. Not sure what step I would be missing. Prisma client. Okay. Quick start. There's CD hello Prisma. Init. Install TypeScript. TS node. Types node. Save dev. Okay. Now initialize TypeScript. TSC init. Huh. I guess I didn't do that. But I'm not sure that I did that on the other one. No, I'll read the whole thing. Okay. npm install Prisma dash dash save dash dev. Okay. npx Prisma init. SQLite. Maybe that's SQLite. SQLite. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. I see that was the difference. I wonder, can I just do that like here? SQLite. And then no. Actually, yeah, I'll try it this way. Let's see what happens. Maybe I need to turn that server off. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Didn't like that. But let's see if I change database URL. Oh, I lost it. I'll bring it back, I swear. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll nuke the database and start from scratch again, but I want to see if this works. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I guess now we have our migrations file. I switched to SQLite. So I guess if you're doing this, I think this setup is different. Like the migrations even maybe are different, or you have to set up the .env file differently, I guess. If you're running MySQL, I guess I haven't used MySQL before, I think, except for in Django. maybe, but you don't have to like start the server where like I've done PostgreSQL, and you have to like start your database server. But with this one, I think it's basically just like a random database file. Let me hang on a second here. Prisma. Oh yeah, so there's like a database file there. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, now we have that. It took a long time, so I apologize there. But there were some things I didn't know that I needed to know. Like this bit right here. You can't like successfully come back and like add a new model if you don't understand like how this part of the relationship like works. So needed to clarify that in my mind. Cool. Let's see. So we can get out of here for now. We've got our index.ts, we've got our routes. So actually we don't need this. Here we need it. Here. Control V. There we go. Alright. So I wanna do the post first. So we can add a user to our database. And actually, I can show you something real quick. Let me open up my notes here. Prisma has a cool like GUI kind of built in for the database, so you can type in npx. Oh no, what's this? Run npx Prisma Studio. Yeah, I have it wrong in my notes here. npx run Prisma Studio. That worked. Install is. Yeah, what's happening here? Let's see. Script.ts. Explore relation queries. Go up here. Let's see. Studio. Studio. I know this should work. Let me look at my package.json here. See if I missed something. Oh, dang it. Prisma Studio. There we go. MPX Prisma Studio. Oh, is that it? I don't need the run. Oh, cool. There you go. So what? I install something weird. to install the following packages. I will take care of that later. Okay, so here you can see that there's a social post here. And if we go back, a user. So let's just go ahead. See, add record, email. Darth sucks at gmail.com. Name, this could be Chet Vader. Darth's younger brother, Chet Vader. Username, Darth is dumb at deathstar.com. There we go. Bio. See, this is my bio. I am awesome. No one has blown up my Death Star. Was Death Star 1, 1, or 2? Who knows? Who knows these things? Okay, save one change. So we've created a user. Cool. Let's see. Let's go back to user routes here. Get user. Okay. So our get route should return all users that we have. And it's pretty straightforward. You've got const all users. Oh, we're gonna make it async, so our function is now async, and we will await Prisma. Oh, actually, we need to bring Prisma in. So const Prisma equals new Prisma client. Boom. Alright. So, oh wait. Prisma. Do lowercase now. Dot user. So the object we're trying to return. Dot find mini. This is part of Prisma, but it should return basically all of the users. And we'll say like res dot JSON all users. So the response should be everything that we got here. So let's use our Thunder client. And let's see, we'll do a new request. And this one's get all users. Cool, so we've got our get. And we just need to do HTTP / localhost / user, right? It's not plural. Oh, right. We've got to see, Control C. Need to do npm run dash run forest dash run. There we go. we send it, we're still having issues. Why? Localhost user connection was refused by server. Get all users. Did I? User routes. We got router.get user. Let's see if console.log. You're in here. You are in here. Okay. Oh, unterminated string literal. There you go. Alright, let's. Why this no work? Database is now in sync with your schema. Okay, that's cool, but I want to see this send. Oh, I see it. Colon 3000 user. Okay, so cannot get slash user. We're getting something, so that's good. Let's see, server ready at port 3000. That's cool. Why did that not get? Oh, I know why. So we need to import our routes. So import user. Is it? No, no. Let me look at the file names here. Okay. Import user index. Import user routes from. Oh, actually, I'm gonna capitalize it because I'm basically declaring a variable here. From dot. Oh no, dot slash. Sorry, dot slash. Routes slash user routes. Cool. And then we got app.use slash user. User routes. Cool. I think that will do it. But there's still a change we need to make. Because here we have user everywhere, so I think we don't need that. Because we have it here, right? We need a slash user. So we can get rid of this. Post user, and we'll keep the ID, right? Because that would come after user. Okay, now let's see if we can get all users. Did I break something? Okay. Okay. Nope. App crashed. Import user routes from user. It doesn't like to import. Routes.user routes. Right, let's see. No default export. Oh, okay. I need to do that at the bottom, right? Yeah. That's what it is. User routes. So here at the bottom, we need to do export default router. There we go. Now, let's see if it works. Gonna do a send. Hey, there you go. Yay, how about that? So it auto stamped the date and time. We got the bio here. This is my bio. I'm awesome. No one has blown up my desk start. I'm gonna say that I included that T on purpose because I want to edit this bio later. Okay. ID 1. Cool. So post routes. Let's see. So for the post, we know we want to send the name, the email, and the username. Could do bio as well. There we go. This is a bio from a different person. Different person. Actually, we didn't send Bob through before, so. Okay, so now we have a post with a name, an email, username, and a bio. So we need to. So let me close some of these out. Boop, boop, boop. Post routes. We're not working with post routes yet. We're working with user routes. So our get works. Post. User routes. So we want to post a new user. And okay. Let's see here. We should do a try catch. Cath. Try catch. And then with the catch, we've got our error. And we could do like res.status. I'm gonna send back like 400 JSON. And JSON, we're gonna send an object. We're gonna say like error. Nah. I was like, maybe it's good to send that, but I just want to send error. Actually, no. There we go. So you try to create a user that already has the same username. So username must be unique. Uniqua. Alright. So if you try to create a user with a non-unique username, you'll have this catch. Will like catch that. And then if it's successful, let's see, we've got const result. It's async, so we need to add a async here. And then we can do await. And then we're gonna do Prisma.user. That's the model we're using. Dot create. And it takes an object, right? So we'll do that. We're gonna crack it open because we're gonna give it some stuff. Let's see here. I guess I don't fully understand what's going on in here, but looks like we have a data value, which is going to be another object with email, name, username, and bio. Do I need to include the question mark? No. Bio. Then there's like a comma here. Oh, no value exists. Oh, right, because I didn't see bio. There we go. Okay. Do I know why there's a comma here? No, I don't. Okay, so that's how they have it. And then just after that we have the response dot JSON. It's gonna be the results. Okay. Okay, so it seems like user.create. So data, email, name, username, bio. And this returns something, right? Because we're waiting for that to get shoved into the result here. And then we're returning the result as a JSON object. So let's see if that works. We have a post here. Create user. Oh, it didn't keep. Did we? Hey, it's fine. Let's see. Bio. This is a new person's bio. We need a comma. Oh, okay, yeah. So we didn't send Bob the Builder through last time, but so now we have a post. This is our body of the message, and I guess just to reiterate, I'm using Thunder Client here to build out these requests. Do we have, part servers running. So let's send this and see what happens. Status 200, okay, cool beans. And the response is everything we sent through. So now, if we do get all users, before we had one user, now we should have two. And we do. Cool, so our post and our get works. Let's do a third one. Let's just say like 3-word name. Go, and it'll be like, let's see, boof at bruisecrew.com. I don't know. Let's try to be funny with my emails. can't spell very well. If you're new here, I'm originally from Mississippi, and education is not one of the things we do well. All of my really smart stuff I learned in Washington later in life. So, let's see. I'm not a good speller. Is anyone watching? There's still apparently at least one person watching. Dang, I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's crazy. This is my longest stream. Hopefully it let me look, make sure. I think I tried to stream not too long ago, and like my microphone was like off for the whole thing. Okay. Microphone's not off, so that's a good thing. What else are we doing here? Oh, we'll do a put and a delete. So let's do a new request. Let's see here. Run all. New request. Update user. There we go, and this is going to be a put request. This will be, let's see, http : localhost dot, oh no, 3000 slash user slash 2. So this means that we're going to edit the second user. So we're passing the ID in as a parameter. Or we will be, anyway. So we've got our post. Now we need our put, so we can update the user stuff. Let's see. Routed up put. And then again, I'm just going to go ahead and make all of these like async. Async. I know we should probably do, I'm going to copy this. Do like a get, but for one user ID. Let's see. Gonna use. This is how we get the parameter. So const ID equals request param. So rec dot params. We don't need the await there. So that's how we get the ID. That gets passed in. Actually, it just needs to be like what? That, right? Yeah. Like binds it. Don't quote me on that. I'm not gonna look. Actually, I need to look. Sorry. ID params. Okay. So get a single user. We're going to find unique. Okay, so const user equals await. user. And then it's find unique. It's one of the functions there. Needs an object. And you got your query, so where another object ID number ID. Oh, missing an R there. Okay. Let's see. Const JSON. Const user. Okay. I want to see if that works. Let's see. Get request. Get. Let me just copy this. Control C. Alright. No. Get all users. ASMR node video. New request. Get one user. There we go. Paste this. There we go. User, and we'll say like 2. Does it work? Hey, it works. Okay. So we can get 1 or user 3. Cool beans. So get 1 user, get all users. Update user works. Or not update user, update user does not work yet. Because I wanted to get 1 user. Okay. Let me move this. Because I don't. There we go. Because we've got the get slash and the post slash. And then we start getting like ID stuff. I just like the way that's arranged a little better. Get ID. Cool. Alright. So user router.put. We're gonna update. So here we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get the parameter, which is the const ID equals rec dot params. There we go. We have our request on body. Const. And then here we enter in our field names. So say like name, username, bio, email. So rec.body. Okay. Name, username, bio, email. Those are, I think, the only things that we would want to change on the user. Let's see here. Prisma. Name, email, username, bio. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Supposed put. We're gonna do another try catch, right? Try catch, and we've got our E here. Res dot status. Do 400. is, and then, send out like a response depending what the error is, because if somebody tries to edit their username to a non-unique username right now, it'll just say like, hey, user not found. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was that the username should be unique. Let me see if I can actually, I want to see what happens if I like send the error through. Let's see, user not found. Message. Was it? I'm not sure if I'm going to do this right. This is E dot. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if you actually need to do like E dot get message or what, but we shall see. Try. And then we'll do the same thing here. So, where? Send an object ID number ID. Oh, that's an. Cool. And this one, we're gonna do data. And name, username, bio, email. Why is it not like that? Declaration or statement. So you try. Oh, I did that wrong. So const result, and then we do the await stuff. There we go. Prisma dot user dot update, and boom, boom. Let me drop that there. I'm gonna crack that open, and we'll move this in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then here we'll do res dot JSON result. Okay. Is that, yeah, it likes that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll test that out. I think we have our update user. Let's change, yeah, put user 2, so we're gonna update user 2. And just for the body, I just want to see, let's say like bio. I only want to update the bio, right? Because in user routes here, I'm pulling the name, the username, bio, email from the request.body. And then the data, I'm passing it name, username, bio, and email. So am I able to just update the bio if that's all I send in the body, right? Let's see, updated bio. There we go. Let's try sending it. There we go. And so if we get one user, we just updated user 2. So if we get user 3, send, bio, updated user bio, user 3. So here, oh, ID 2. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. And then just to double check, let's do user 2. We're getting user 2. The bio is currently updated bio. Let's update user 2. This is a new bio. So we're going to update user 2 with this is a new bio. Send. Okay, and then we will get one user, second user, and we can see this is a new bio, so that works. That's cool. So let's see, we want to update everything, right? Bio, what's last? I don't think the order matters, right? It's just an object. Let's do email. Test at test.com. And we're gonna do name, not Bob. Username. Some at thing.com. There we go. Name, email name, username, bio. It's gotta be quotation marks there. And we need a comma. There we go. So let's send it. So it should change second user from Bob the Builder to not Bob. Not Bob. Cool. And if we get user 2, that's correct. Cool beans. What happens if, see, the username has to be unique, right? So, let's see, get all users. Username. There we go. Darth is dumb at deathstar.com. See. Let's try it and see if we get an error. Status 400 bad requests. User not found. Oh, cool. It did actually. User not found. Message error. Invalid prisma.user.update. You probably wouldn't want to include some of that. It's like the stack trace. But that's cool. So let's just excuse me. Let me get rid of some of these up here. So we got our put. And the delete is, I think, pretty simple. So you get your params here. Again, const ID. Oh, I think there's, no, that's right. Okay. Rec dot params. And then we do the await. Prisma user. Prisma dot user dot delete. Yeah. Where? object again. Say ID. Number ID. So that'll give it like a specific ID. I guess maybe I should like crack this one open too. Just for like good measure. It looks kind of silly, but there we go. ID, number ID. Oh, right. No. Jeez. There we go. And I think that would go down there. And then we could just say res dot send status 200 just to let you know you've deleted it. It's been deleted. Router dot delete. User not found. Message. E. I'm gonna get rid of that part. We'll just leave user not found. Delete where number equals that. Okay. Let's do another request. New request. Delete user. And we'll go to delete. Localhost colon 3000 slash user 3. Let's get rid of user 3. Or no, get rid of user 2. Okay. That's all we need to do. We don't need to put anything in the body on that one. We just send it. And we got a 200 okay back. So if we get all users now, before we hit 3, we should have 2 minus the second user, right? Yep, we got back 1 and 3. So now we have our post, our get, our put. We've got a get for all users and a get for one user. Excuse me, that's my stomach. I'm getting hungry. Cool. This is nice. Doing this again. Hopefully this is like relaxing for you guys. There's not really anyone watching right now, but maybe in the future. Sometimes my videos get some watches, but so far I've only been like streaming like gaming videos, but I spent a lot of time coding, so I thought, you know, I'll still keep posting coding videos. Who cares? This channel's mostly for me and like 5 other people anyway, and I love all 5 of you. So thank you for watching. Let's see here. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here in a second, but you know what I do want to do? See, so we have user routes and post routes, right? But we don't have anything in post routes. I think we can copy a lot of this. let's control, let's see, import Prisma, Prisma client, router, Prisma, cool. All that stuff looks good. But we need to get rid of the user stuff here. User, okay. And actually we'll do social post. There we go. Okay, and so on our social post we had ID content created at, updated at. So really we just need to pass in the content and the user ID. So let's, on our post, we just want content and user. So user, let me check here. Visual post. User ID. Okay. So right from earlier, this field is not actually a row in the database. This user ID one is. So that's the one that you reference when you send stuff in. So post routes, content, user ID. That's all we're, yeah, content. Just keeping it simple for now. And we'll get rid of this. I'll just say content, user ID. There we go. And post. We could say like user not found, just in case you like try to post it to user 5 and user 5 doesn't exist. What we got here? Looking for a certain post by ID. That still works. And then here we'll change this. I think the only thing we want to be able to change is the content. And so we'll move that in here. Content. Cool. And I think that still works as well. Alright, so now we've got all of our routes here. And notice that these all are kind of similar, right? Well, here in index, we're going to import it as well. So import post routes. From dot slash routes slash post routes colon. There we go. And then we'll add that down here. So just say like routes app.use slash social posts. And post routes. Yeah. Just like we did for user routes. And can actually get rid of. Dang, I don't. Y'all probably can't hear that because this is not a condenser mic; it's a dynamic mic. I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Don't need it. This is really everything we need for in our server here. Let's say like server. There we go. Routes server. Okay, so now we should be able to see add another. See new request. Let's start with a post. So add or no, create social post. Create social post. That's going to be a post. And then for the body, we need our ID. Let's say the ID is 1 for now. And content. Content equals this is my first post ever. There we go. So the ID should add this social post to the user. So let's see what happens. Earl can right. So HTTP :// local host /, social post. There we go. So this should get an error. Why do we get the error? Let's see. Expected a comma after the property value in JSON. Let's take a look at that. Post routes. We know all of our user routes are working correctly. Post routes. Post. Expected a comma, huh? Is that what it said? Let's see. In JSON at position 14. JSON.parse. Is that? Oh. There you go. It was my request. It was bad. Okay, error user not found. It's a bummer. Why? User should be found, right? Post. Oh, user ID. There we go. I tried to send it something stupid. That's what happened. Okay, send. There we go. Let's send a couple. This is my third post. Boom. And oh no, that was my second. It's fine. Tweet. It's my third post. This is actually my third post. There we go. So now we have a user with 3 posts. right now, we'll get every post. But I think we want to do the ID. So this isn't included in my project that I did, I don't believe. Let me see here. Yeah. But I think I know what I need to do. So, let's see here. Get routed up post. No. Yeah, post routes. Get ID. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think actually we just want to get rid of this one, right? Get, but instead of find unique, we would say dot find many, where ID number equals ID, right? So let's try that. New request. Get all posts by user. There we go. HTTP localhost 3000. HTTP localhost 3000 slash user slash what? 1, right? That should be it. Does it work? Oh no, that's user. Let's do social post. Social post slash 1. Hopefully it'll return. No. It just got the 1. Huh. Let me close out of these. Get all posts by user. I know I created more. Sorry. Let's see. Find unique. So how did we get? Looking through this, because before we just got like all. But find unique, find many. Let's look at the documentation. Let's see. Prisma documentation. Concepts guide and reference. Let's see, reference. Let's do find many. Find many. There we go. so it does find many returns a list of record where wraps all model fields in a type so that the list can be filtered by any property. Okay, let's just see if we can get just regular old find many to work. Post routes. So get. Let's do that. We'll get rid of this bit. Find many, and that's it. We'll just do that. Comment that out for a second. Now let's see what happens. Get all posts by user. Social post. Send. Okay, so we got 3 here. So get post routes. Let's bring in ID again. And then we know we're gonna crack this open and we're gonna give it a where. Where so user ID. User ID. Number. User ID. Cannot find name user ID. Did I do that right? Let's see. ID. Number ID. Oh, right, okay. I think this is right. Because this is gonna come in as a string, because it's in this object here. Or from the request params. And then we're changing it to a number, right? Is that, or we're saying that it is a number? This is different from what I'm used to. And then the field that we're looking for is user ID. So let's see if that works. All posts by one user. 1. So send. Hey, we got it. Cool. Let's create another one. Social post. Let's say like user 3. And this post should not show up. Okay, so we created that one. We'll do another one, like this one neither. This one should not show up either. Go 3 exclamation points. And how many users do we actually have now? Just the 2, 1 and 3. Cool. Cool. So create social post. Get all posts by user 1. So I don't see it. But if we do user 3, we shouldn't see any of the first user's posts. There we go. So our get all posts by user is working correctly. We'll create a post. So now we can create a post. We can get all posts by that user. Put. Let's see. We just copied a lot so there may be some like alterations that need to be done, but request. I think for me it helps that I have like copied it and like switched out what needs to be switched out. It kind of helps me understand a little bit more like what does what, if that makes any sense. And that getting the IDs from just specific users was not something I did in my original project, so that is cool that I was able to just kind of figure out how to do that just based off of using this where in other places, and knowing that you can like pass stuff into these like find many, update these methods on your object. Okay, so we've got get. We need to test out put. And we're only updating the content input, so let's see here. New request. I'm gonna have to leave here pretty soon. Not that anyone cares. Gotta pick up my partner from work in an hour and a half, so I need to leave in like an hour. This video is way too long. There's no one's gonna watch this. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, okay, yeah. Update post, or update social post. There we go. Update social post. It's gonna be a put. HTTP / localhost 3000 / let's just say like 1. We'll update the first. I should probably structure this like different, huh? I'll think about that later. Or maybe this is fine. No, should probably be structured differently. But for now, this will work. Yeah, so that all looks good. So the body would just have content, right? Content. This is the new content. We'll leave it all caps. We'll send it. We got a 404 not found. Oh, okay. 3000 social post. /1. There we go. Okay, send. Cool. It looks like that went through, and that's by the first user. So okay, all posts by user. Let's look at that one. Cool. So our update actually does work. So that's cool. Post routes. Yeah, social post not found. That sounds fine. And then the delete. We need to delete as well. So post get put and delete. Oh, new request. I almost clicked delete. Delete social post. And that'll be a delete. And it's just HTTP / localhost 3 this one here. So now when we get all posts by this user, the first one should be gone. And it is. Cool beans. So now we have, we've got get, update, delete, create, update, and delete for our users. We also have create, update, and delete for social posts. Those are working. Just to go into a little bit more, let's see here. Say if you get a user. Let's see here. I'm going to go to the user routes. Get post. Get, so let's see, I think yeah, okay. I think you can do include how do you do the include? Let's see, I'm just looking this up. This was kind of cool. Social posts. No, I did it here. Okay, so include. I think originally they just did it like this, user true, or no, user social post. Okay. So if we get one user, we should, oh, user 2 is gone. Let's do user 1. Cool. So before, it was just returning the user information, but now, since we included social posts true, it will actually get us all of the social posts as well. So if we do user 3, we can see user 3's social post. This post should not show up. That should not show up either. And now we have the user ID right here, right? But the user ID is also referenced here, so if you didn't want that, you would change that. I think in here, let me double check this. Yeah. So it'd be like that. This is like a little messed up, but am I doing this right? Okay, include. There we go. That looks better visually, social posts. And then in here, you do a select. It's getting like in there. And then you just say like the fields you want. So ID, true, comma, because it's an object. Let's see, social posts. Actually, what are we getting here? Include social post. We need the ID, yes. Created at. True. Updated at. True. What else we got? Content. Yeah, let's add that. Content. correctly, which I may not have. Let me close that. There we go. So we're including social posts. But before, when we got all the social posts, we were also getting the user ID, which seems like redundant information because we have the user ID up here, right? So all we want is the ID, content created at and updated at. So that is, we did that, what, in the user? Yeah. So that's what we did. We select the ID, content created at and updated at. Seems like as of now, you can't exclude a field, but you can select just the ones you want. So let's try this again. Get one user, the user ID should be gone. And it is. Cool. So that, I think that's a pretty good review for me of Prisma. We got all this stuff working. We got our routes here. Everything's looking pretty good. It's working just fine. And we're getting, nested objects through stuff like this. You could also, it looks like you could do like multiple selects. So instead of using include, you could do like select and then whatever fields you want from the user to show up. Maybe you don't want all the fields to show up. But then in your select, you include social post. And then you basically include this whole chunk. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna go check and see if anyone else. Nope. I lost my FBI guy. It's just me now. What's up, me? Alright. I'm gonna go. My stomach's been growling. I'm ready to get some food in me. But that's it. Enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. This was a lot of stuff. What is this? 3 hours of streaming. My longest streaming. Definitely not my longest code session though, so okay. Bye bye. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye bye.